Hello lovelies! Our soup series continues today with my super hearty, stick to your ribs, beef and barley soup. I use the term soup loosely because in my world this actually is a lot closer to a stew. This tasty recipe starts, as most of my soup recipes do, with a giant soup pot on the stove. I've got some oil heating up, and to that I'm going to add some beef. Now in this case, I am using some stewing beef. I've just cut it into chunks and I'm going to pop it right in my pot, season it with salt and pepper, and then cook it until it's browned on all sides. If you did want to make a mushroom and barley version of this recipe, omitting the meat entirely, you always have the option to do so. You're going to cook your mushrooms the very same way that I'm cooking my beef. Once your beef is nice and browned on all sides, you can use a slotted spoon to remove it from the pot, transfer it to a bowl, and set it aside while we get to work on sauteing our veggies. Now you can probably see a lot of flavor has started to form in the bottom of this pot. That's always my favorite thing to see. So we are going to saute some onions, some celery, and we're going to saute some carrots. When it comes to soup, this is pretty much the signature of great flavor. I'm going to saute those for 3 to 4 minutes or until those onions start to soften up. Next, I'm going to add some minced garlic to this. Let that cook up for another 30 seconds. Where there is beef, I think there should always be garlic. We are going to start to amp up our flavor here by adding a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce. We're also adding some fresh thyme leaves and a bay leaf. Then in goes our barley. I'm going to let this cook for about 2 minutes or so, stirring it constantly, just until that barley gets a chance to take on a bit of a nutty flavor as it heats up. Then our beef is going back into the pan. Make sure you capture all of those juices. That is flavor, obviously. And then you can start topping up with your beef broth. If you were making a mushroom version of this, you could go ahead and add mushroom broth instead. We're going to bring this mixture to a rolling boil. Once it's reached that rolling boil, we are going to reduce our heat to medium, pop this lid on, and let it simmer away for between 30 and 45 minutes. You really want to make sure your barley is cooked through. You want to stir it every once in a while and check that there's enough liquid in the pot. If you find you're a little short on liquid, go ahead and add a few more splashes of broth. I like to season it up a little further with some salt and pepper to taste, and then just a little bit of fresh parsley, because of course adding a little green to things is never a terrible idea. I'm just gonna say it, this is definitely one of those soups that is totally worth the wait. You can enjoy it hot right away or store it in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. This also makes an incredibly good freezer dish. Stupendous, really. Or should I say, soup herb. I hope you all love this soup stew as much as I do, and that you'll give it a try in your own kitchens. Of course, if you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Snapchat me a photo, because I always love seeing your kitchen creations. Don't forget to check out the rest of the tasty soup recipes in this playlist. Your taste buds will thank you later. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, because there is lots more soup deliciousness where this came from.